Hello everyone, welcome once again to Investing with a Difference. So today I'm going to spend a little more time on Chintai because this is the hottest new platform which is launched on EOS and is creating a lot of buzz because as we are all talking about incentivizing people to stake their tokens, this is the first solution which came out while we are waiting for Rex. This is something which is already operational. I think right now it's down. I cannot go to the platform. I think they are down for maintenance. It is still early days. But I would like to discuss some of the deeper aspects. I think we have been discussing in Telegram channels, and we are. I wanted to bring this to your attention. So while we are trying to learn exactly how it will work, so what I understand is your tokens will be transferred to a smart contract. So if you are lending, that means if you are staking your tokens to them, you are actually providing your EOS. They will move out of your account. They will move into Chintai's account, and you will trust the smart contract because it's a open source smart contract, I assume, and you they will hold your token as a custodian. It's almost like keeping your token in an exchange, but in this case you are making sure that that is under a smart contract, while you get the actual returns that is based on the rate at which somebody picked up your tokens. For example, the person who is actually borrowing from you, he is committing to you a certain interest, which is again taken into the smart contract. And the Chintai platform, they allocate the tokens in terms of the bandwidth, in terms of the CPU to that particular borrower. Now, what is really happening? So this is a great thing. I think this is going to help a lot of dApps who are going to come in for cheap resources. But I think first of all, let me explain you that today when I talk to the dApps, I talk to a lot of them, and what I realize is the problem is not about the staking CPU. So I think the problem right now is still the RAM cost, because to deploy a smart contract they need RAM, and I don't think Chintai has that solution yet. This is mostly a staking to a platform where you're delegating your bandwidth. I would love to know if this can also be used for delegating RAM. If I own RAM, can I delegate RAM? That is going to be very interesting. I would say that is the need of the hour. Then the second part is so I assume that there will be a lot of people who would try to earn interest, and there will be very limited dApps who are going to come and use it. So it is going to take some time for the platform to develop and to really give you good returns. So do not expect high returns from it, but it's a fee-less system. So I think whatever returns you get, if you want to plan to hold your EOS for long term, it can still be a good solution. Now that is just to set your expectations of what you can expect from Chintai. Now the second part is, because you're giving control of your tokens to this smart contract, now people talk to me and they have been asking me whether they will still maintain their voting. So what we are learning is that of course you will lose your voting, because your account, you voted with the whole token set. They will move out of your account and they will get into Chintai account. Now, first of all, you have to unstake them, and then you have to send it. So even if you want to participate in Chintai, you will have to wait for 3 days to stake with them, because you will have to first unstake, make them liquid, and then send them over. The second part is, while you do that, you will lose your voting and it will go to the Chintai smart contract. What we are learning is they are still working on a plan of whom to vote for, and they are actually going to vote. And the first proposal they have is to create a proxy. But now this is something which I am kind of not sure it's a great idea, because while I love each of these block producers, they're a pretty good set of block producers. There are 11 of them right now sponsoring the project. But this is almost same as an exchange. They are actually custodian of your tokens, and if they are actually assigning proxy with their smart contract account, they are actually using all these tokens to vote for these people, and they get an unfair advantage. So while I agree that this open market, anybody, any block producers can come together and create a similar platform and compete. But I think this is something which we need to discuss. Another way to look at it is, yes, it will balance out, because these are some good block producers we are talking about. In fact, if you look at our proxy, out of this 11, I think almost 7 or 8 we are voting for. And if that is the case, uh, I'm not against these block producers. I'm not saying anything, there is something bad happening here, but I'm saying that this is becoming very similar to the exchange. And I'm also asking the same question to the exchanges, that how do they ensure that every voter whose account, whose tokens you are a custodian for, whether they are getting the choice to vote. And that's how the democracy gets stronger, that the depots get stronger. And unfortunately, right now I don't see that solution being there from Chintai, and that is another question mark. So it's like creating an exchange, and that is my voting concern. That is the concern, and they are right now not giving any other solution. I have been talking to the team; they are very open to listen to it. And as I said, all of these are great people. They are some of the best reputable block producers who are helping set up this platform, and they are very open to understand these questions. In fact, they are all discussing what our feedback is. And I would say that the same feedback which I have for all the exchanges, that we need a very clear path of allowing people to go and vote with their choice, with an open mind, and not forcing them to use a particular block producer just because they choose to go on this platform. The second part is, this is totally independent of system contract. So how the Rex will be different. So let's understand now what will be the Rex solution. In the Rex, because it will become the part of system contract, you do not have to worry about transferring to your token to another smart contract, because you already are part of the EOSIO token. And when the Rex comes out, the expectation is that you will not have to do this, and you will be mostly using your tokens from your account to, and your vote will not be impacted, and you will be getting the rewards for staking right from the system contract. And this is what is going to be very different for Rex. And I hope that that is comes out fast. But because Chintai has been moving faster, right now the only way you can stake your tokens and earn some interest on them is through this particular application. But because of the voting impact, I'm expecting a lot of competitors to launch this. I'm sure people sitting in China must be wondering, because they're already, we are talking about these exchanges benefiting from tokens. They are holding the tokens and they're voting for themselves or their partners. They would see this as an opportunity, and I'm sure the open market there will be a lot of copies of this project. And first of all, I am also questioning whether there's a lot of demand for tokens right now. Be very careful if you're seeing some huge interest rate. As I told you in the previous video, some people got fooled into actually borrowing the tokens instead of lending them out. And so be careful, understand the UI, make sure what you're doing. And if you decide to stake, understand the implication of the voting. And let us ask these questions together. While as I said, I have nothing against these block producers, and I'm just trying to bring this question. And in fact, it's a great if they attract more votes, means I would be happy, because these are some great block producers who are working on this project. As a proxy, I don't mind that, but what I mind is creating an open market for everybody, because we are raising the same questions for all the exchanges. I'm saying that Chintai is actually acting as an exchange, because they are the custodian of the token. And in fact, because there is such great teams involved, I hope that they come up with a solution for this problem, and we can then expand that solution to exchanges and really solve all the issues of the voting, which collusions and the 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 transparency which is lacking in the exchange voting. I think that would really get cleared out. So that those are my views. So I would appeal to all these block producers who are sponsoring Chintai to come up with a solution which is going to be acceptable to the community. And I think this is a great opportunity to fix all the other exchange problems as well. While to the investors, I would say definitely it's a great progress where you can really earn interest. Do not have a high expectation right now. As I said, based on my investigations, not a real users are looking for bandwidth and CPU right now, because the network is still in early days, and we still get a lot of performance out of a few EOS tokens, and that's what most of the dApps are looking for right now. And if they have money for the RAM, the staking tokens is not a huge issue right now. So that is the ground reality. So do not assume that you will be able to make a lot of money on this. It's not a speculatory tool. This is a great progress in EOS, because this really enables the dApps for the at least the CPU part and for the bandwidth part. And hopefully this will keep expanding, and it will make things better for overall EOS ecosystem. So that's my views. So I hope that this was useful in how this Chintai platform is going to work. And we will keep researching and talking to Chintai team and see how they really make progress on this project and what they bring next in terms of resolving these issues which people are concerned about. So do join the Telegram channel. Do join our Telegram channel on Investing with a Difference. There are some great discussions happening in this regard. So do click on this Telegram link. I think be involved. I think that's what is most important for DPOS to make this project stronger. And let us know how you think about this whole situation with voting and how this project will impact that. So thanks a lot for joining. Bye for now, and we will keep bringing you more details about how EOS is evolving. Thank you.